What's good? It's your local newly unemployed Chad. What's going on? What is going on? Nothing. Just the job market being poopy, stinky. So I finished an internship. Boom. Done. Get out of there. It was pretty slow. It was kind of boring. It had cool things, but it was pretty boring. They didn't give me much to do. It was kind of lame. We're looking for anything now. We're looking for anything, quite frankly. I got an interview this upcoming week. If that goes well, that's the job. Boom, boom, done. Boom, boom. Then I won't be unemployed. If that doesn't, nothing has came back. Absolutely nothing. Except for Caribou Coffee. Shout out Caribou. This video is sponsored by me. By Caribou, I mean. Yeah, so that's where I'll go. That's where I'll go, just to hold it down, hold down the fort, hold down the expenses if the marketing crap doesn't work out for now. My pride is big, but my need for money is bigger. And my trust in the Lord is even bigger. So yay. Yeah, that's tough. Caribou. I'd work at Caribou. I think working at Caribou is fun. You know what? So here's my plan. So I want to get a gaming PC really bad because this laptop sucks. This thing is old and all. What I could do if I have a full-time marketing job. I'm going to work at Caribou's on Saturdays anyways because they need people desperately. And guess what? I'll just work up to get that computer without killing my savings, without, because if I get the marketing thing, I'm going to start putting money in a Roth, all this stuff. If I'm in Caribou, I'm in a different world. I'm just trying to survive and I'm trying to boost the morale, have a fun time. I like working retail. I like working food. Worked at the Subway, Chester's, Love's, local gas stations under 7-Eleven. That was all fun. That was always fun. Not too worried about it being fun. I just hate the idea of it, and that's okay. Be praying that my attitude isn't that, Be praying that I still make the most of it because I think it will be fun. And you meet a lot of those of you who know, you meet a lot of goofballs, and it'll be interesting in the best way possible because that's just how it always is. And you got to learn how to love hard people, and that's one of those jobs where it's like you're doing exactly that, right? But not even like everyone that works retail is usually really bad and really mean. It's more like there's just some goofy people who make goofy life decisions, and if you've been there, you witness that, so it'll be funny. My heart goes out to Subway. I had the best Subway crew ever. I only worked there for like one summer, switching between that and the gas station that it was inside. It was so fun. But the Subway was great. Got good money. Yeah. Lots of things are happening. Another thing that happened was one of my buddies who has actually been shutting out, actually not really been looking for work, actually hasn't been studying for law school that he was trying to do, supposedly. He kind of just gave up. He's like, I need to go back home. I have no motivation. I'm not doing anything. He's barely working 20 hours a week. If we're lucky, he gets 2 to 3 hours of studying for the LSAT, which for you law people, you know that's like nothing. That's just nothing. Yeah, that sucks. That's another thing on my sorrows plate. I was like, oh my goodness. Before going into the fun things, what's up with the job market? Like, period. That's crazy. Like, the best thing I've gotten past an interview with Caribou Coffee is like rejections from automated target, or like rejections from automated was it Walmart, Costco? I don't remember. One of the two. Yeah, yeah. No shame on Caribou. Coffee shops are fun. If you work at a coffee shop, shout out to you. You probably put up with a lot of BS. Shout out to my food people. Their jobs are harder. Sorry to say that, coffee people. Um, but yeah, it's weird. It's a weird time. It's a weird time. Speaking of weird times, I wish I okay. What are we gonna talk about first? Ooh, how about the new Spider-Man? Um, I know there's like some plot holes, some things that are silly. The MCU's done a bad job of having the villains be villains and having the people that turn good make sense. Um, I had a really good time with Spider-Man. I really like Spider-Man. I thought it was better than I was coming in thinking it was gonna be a 7 out of 10. Like I watched people like Real Life Fake Wizard, The Critical Drinker. What's another movie review? The guy that always goes at the end of the video, whatever his name is. I watched them, and so I was fully expecting like a 7 out of 10 movie. I got a really solid 8 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. I thought it was great. The only thing that made me mad was the whole like MJ kind of switching back and forth. We didn't need that. Either she needed to decide to be fine with never talking to this Peter, or she needed to accept this guy as someone that she doesn't know, but like a friend, and obviously someone that was good. This whole like, why did you hide this from me? But also, I don't know you, and you shouldn't expect that. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's like, well, now you get why Spider-Man didn't show you the letter that he's been holding on to. There's those spoilers. Whoops. That part made me mad. I know there's a few other plot holes that other people were talking about, but that was the one that made me mad. I was just like, okay, I'm actually fine with the MJ reconsideration, but her whole speech about how she deserved to know, but then she also knows, and she like doesn't like, she makes the decision that makes sense as to why Peter didn't show MJ the letter, because he knows that it wouldn't really change anything and it would just hurt him more to have someone just basically reject him again, right? Reject him again. Not again, but reject him and not have anything you can do about it. Like that's not someone that you're gonna be around, be invested in. Who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong, upset the fan base and get them back together, but that's okay. You can try that. You can try that. Disney will try that because it's Zendaya. So logical. Anyways, I thought Spider-Man was really freaking good. The Punisher was so great. The Punisher was so great. It was so fire. Spider-Man, Punisher. Jean Grey was great. Everyone's like, X-Men set up as X-Men and Spider-Man comics. I used to be that guy, but I haven't read comics in a hot minute. So I'm very out of it. I'm sure that it was released in a hot minute, but it's not like you read through all the comics in the world. There's too many. So it's like, oh, Spider-Verse comics, I know those, or like, oh, Ultimate, oh, Superior, blah, blah, blah. Like I know a few of them. I know a few arcs here and there, but like in total, I don't know the comics. I thought it was good. I thought Jean Grey was cool. I thought the character was neat. The whole this is the plot hole that makes a little less sense. Is like, don't kill this guy at the end of the movie, and then but like halfway through the movie, she probably did kill someone. Someone got ran over by a truck because she mind controlled them and kept them there. Maybe we'll see a scene that makes up for it in the next Spider-Man, or it's like the old guys in I don't know, hospital or something. I don't know what they'll do to make that make sense. They probably won't do anything. They won't address it. It's a Disney owned Marvel, so I doubt they'd make it make sense. But they try, if they would try to. If they did that, good for them. Kudos to them. They covered up a plot hole. But yeah, great movie. Great movie. These are the only critiques. So like 2-3 critiques, a billion other things that are amazing. A billion other things. Yes. More fun things. I made another commander deck for Magic, and it was fun. It was an Is It one. I've never made a control deck ever. I have an Azorius control deck, but hear me out. It's a group hug deck. It's Quain. It's literally a card you just flip sideways. Everyone gets to draw a card and gain a life. That's the commander. So I'm not playing serious control. It's just goofy um group hug, but secretly have all the 6 mana instances of sorceries that like mill half. It's just like a fun, goofy deck that lets me play Azorius because I wouldn't play Azorius otherwise. But anyways, the new deck is an Is It deck, and it's so freaking fire because red is my favorite color, probably. Red or green. Sorry, Gruel for life, Gruel for life. I don't know what I like better, but I'm gonna say red because I also like red and 60 card. Like the first 60 card deck I made was a goblin deck, and it was so fun. I have like 3 to 4 copies of Cranko Mob Boss just sitting in my binder at like all times. But anyways, Is It was fun. I took all my draft chaff. I made an Is It artifacts deck once upon a time, and it just was never fun. It never felt fun. So I took some of those cards, especially some of the just random interaction, then took any of the impulse draw that I have from red because I have so many red. Like I know it's good in red. If you give me a red card and say, "Hey, is that a good red card?" I could tell you, like out of any color. If you give me a blue one, I'd be like, I don't know if it's good or not, but it kind of seems all right. So red is like my bread and butter. So yeah, playing Is It was fun. It was so toxic. There's this card. It's an artifact. Gandhi's Aetherheart. You have 2 energies. You need 8 energies to take an extra turn. You get to 8 easy because you just need like 3 artifacts to enter the battlefield. My commanders. Apparently it's CEDH. I didn't know this. Kedis and Malcolm. So Kedis lets your commander do that much combat damage to everyone whenever he deals any combat damage. Malcolm says whenever he does combat damage to a player, make a treasure token. So you do combat damage to 3 other players. If you have them both on the battlefield, you make 3 treasure tokens. In the same turn, you're going to have a gun to the other heart, and you get an extra turn. Boom, boom, boom. So what I did, it was actually a 3-man game, so I had to wait a little bit. Or no, I just like played an artifact from hand. I took an extra turn, got everyone to like 16 commander damage. I had a few buffs, so if I swing like one more time, I'd win. And this was after having the extra turn. Next guy, he plays one little dingle net. It doesn't even matter because I've been removing his crap like no tomorrow. I felt really bad. I removed his like 5 mana Wooburg artifact. I just Raven formed it. I'm like, exile that. One permanent on the battlefield, exile that. And then the other guy, we get to his turn. He's playing a life gain deck that I have, the Boros life gain deck, Bray of the Stout Arm. And he is a damage doubler, and he has all this crap that I know he's gonna like absolutely mog on me. So I was just like, I held the time stop in hand, and so I ended his turn on upkeep. And we got to my turn, and I swung, and I won the game. It felt disgusting. It felt absolutely disgusting. I felt like a bully. I hate control players now because I have a control deck, and it's just like, what is this? This is so much better. I've also played with just like very creature heavy metas, so it's like when you see interaction, it's like, but it was so fun. It was so peak. Oh my gosh! And then I won my second. No. I won that first game, and then I gave it to. I was like, hey, you step in for me. I'm gonna go get a Diet Coke from the gas station. I want you to play this deck. And it's the guy who has like a bracket 4, 5-color Joda, not the legendary one, the one that actually takes skill with like the Wooburg. And then the other, he has a bracket 5 LSL core. He has a CEDH LSL core. So he knows ball. Like he knows ball. And so I set him down with this deck. And I came back and bro was just like comboing and recurring. Funny enough, my like favorite pet card sorcery from red is hit the mother load. Pay 7, discover 10, whatever it is, you play it, and then whatever the remaining mana out of the 10 is, you make that many treasure tokens. And so he made a ton of treasure tokens, popped up on his turn, recurred it back with a Gear Hulk, the blue one. It was so funny. So he just played that twice in one turn. It was disgusting. Yeah, that was fun. so fun. Is it as gross? Is it as gross? I remember I just watched a video from the Tulare Community College where it's like, is it is it as overpowered? Why is it overpowered? And he's like at the end of the video, he's like, it's not OP, it's just really strong because they compensate for each other's differences. And it's just like, is it's OP? If you're a casual, is it is OP? Let's be real. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Is it and Demir, like anything with blue that isn't like Azorius is fine, Simic is fine. Simic is gross, but Simic is fine. I think Simic is less powerful than people think, but it is a gross color combo. Because you are taking like the best casual and the best sweaty color and putting them together. But yeah, Magic Grant done. So, in the midst of hard times and work and things, you know what's a really good show? Ramparts of Ice. I have been watching it on Netflix, and it's made by the same people that made the show You and I Are Polar Opposites, which I'm also watching if you've seen my previous videos. But oh my gosh, it's so good. Are you insecure at all? Do you have any insecurities? Have you ever had a character flaw? Probably. You'll relate to this show in some kind of way. You'll relate to one character in one instance, or you'll just relate to all the characters in any instance. You're gonna relate to something. Ramparts of Ice is really good about that, and it's a romance anime, but it's really like, I don't know. It's more slice of life than romance. It's actually like more about the group of people we're following, and like, yes, there are like, it is a romance anime. They are getting there, but it's like slow on the romance. It's more about like character building and learning how these people are all friends and how these people become friends and excuse me. And so it's really interesting. It's really good. If you like You and I Are Polar Opposites, that art style, it's like that, but it's like a darker tone. It's a darker tone, and it's less about seeing them go on dates and romancing. It's more about like these characters are actually like living life. It feels more, if I had to compare it to You and I Are Polar Opposites, it feels more realistic. It's also a slower pace. So if you need it to be fast paced, you want something to happen every single episode, there are things that happen. Like there's not nothing. But in comparison to You and I Are Polar Opposites, because that's a very fast show, it's probably like 80% speed of that. It's gonna feel a little bit slower for those that have watched that show. But it's still so good. Yeah, let's peek. You'll relate to one of the four main characters that you see for the first like 10 and 12 episodes. There's a few of them that are now being unveiled to me as I'm watching. But like there's a main four. And it's pretty fire. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fire or something like that. But yeah, let's on to the next thing. My friend's wedding. I went back to Minnesota. I'm in Iowa. I went back to Minnesota last weekend, and oh my goodness, was it peak. I drove back late Thursday night. I had a Friday. I worked remote, but it was like the Friday before leave. Like, so this week just finished. I worked Monday through Thursday, but I had Monday off. So Friday is there last week. And so I only have like 3 days left of work. One of them is just a set down, finish your meeting, set down day. So it's really like I only had 2 more days of work. So when Friday hit, there was nothing for me to do. I actually just hung out with my parents and then left early to meet up with another friend before going with my guy that's going to get married and all the groomsmen. And I hung out and played disc golf with them. So that was Friday. And then Saturday, no, hold on. Friday was legendary because me and the guy that was going to get married, we both love making songs. We love making songs. We love making songs on the spot. So we made some worship songs on the spot. I was playing cajon and singing. He was doing guitar, and he's been trying to get into singing as well now, which is really cool. We made like 2 worship songs on the spot. I really wish we recorded them. They don't exist, I guess, now. But there's that one, and then we made like 2 meme songs. One of them was called "Get Chicks on R6." That was peak. That was the only one I remembered by name. But yeah, it was so good. It was so good. Um, but yeah, Saturday we do our bachelor's party. The wedding's on Sunday, so the next day, but Saturday we go up to Duluth. Duluth, Wispeak. We went up to Gooseberry Falls. Anyone that lives in Minnesota, you know what Gooseberry Falls is, probably, most likely. Gooseberry Falls is beautiful. We jumped like 30 feet off a cliff in the Lake Superior. It was cold as balls. Alaska guy that went in first, because my buddy went to Alaska Bible College. He's like, "Oh, it's not that cold." And then I go in and it's just like hard to freaking breathe. I jumped off and I gaslit my buddy. I was just like, this is what faith looks like. um, but yeah, that was funny. That was so funny. Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time. We got this famous pie place, Betty's Pies. It was really good. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And then we just like went in town, got Culver's, drove back. We came back to our hometown. I love our hometown. There's this band that plays, and the girls showed up, all the bridesmaids, and they didn't want to dance. Why did you show up? Why would you ever show up? You didn't even want them to be there. Why are you there? So this was stupid. That was stupid. And so they left right away. They showed up and left right away. So me, the guy that was gonna get married, so the groups were like, screw it, we're gonna dance for a little bit. So we danced for like half an hour. It was a great time. It was a great freaking time. We know one or two of the band members because it's one of our old teachers. Our older English teacher that retired, she's like the keys and sometimes singer, so it's pretty fun. Yeah, yeah. And then Sunday, wedding. It was great. I did not I did not like the wives, the now wife's maid of honor. She was quite demanding and bossy and condescending. That was not very I was not a big fan of that. But we made it through, and we made it through. I helped my boy be at the wedding on time, be at the photos on time. We got the fellas to work on the now wife's car. She had one or two problems with the car, so they were working on it. I took my fella to church. We went to church, talked with some of the other ladies that were in our Airbnb for the wedding, because we all the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were in Airbnb, but these two girls from the Alaska Bible College came down, stayed in the Airbnb with us too. So it was us four. Me, guys was gonna get married, two of them that weren't actually a part of like the bridal party. Um, it was peak. It was fun. We went to church. We came back, dropped them off, realized, oh crap, my nice shoes are all the way back at our Airbnb, which is like half an hour away from the wedding venue. Luckily, we were way early. Shout out me. What can I say? But yeah, that was good. It worked out. It was a beautiful wedding. The MCs let the groomsmen do speeches on the spot, and so we did one, and that was hype. A lot of people, like three of us groomsmen, did it on the spot. I was like, yeah, put me in. It was great. It was great speeches. What a beautiful time. What a beautiful time. You know, I'll say this: I've had a lot of weddings that I've been to. I was even an usher for a wedding before. Um, but never in my life have I just been so touched by a wedding compared to the one I was just at. And it really made me think about how much the cross changes people for the better, and how beautiful it's been to live with this guy. Like, I've known this guy for a while. Like, I've known this guy since like 8th grade. And just to see him now, both of us having, like, I've gone through a 4-year school. He had like 2 years of work and 2 years of this Bible college. To see us both like love each other well and be good friends before actually knowing God and after was just a beautiful thing. It was a really beautiful thing. Um yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Praise God. And like that's all I could think about was just like how much God really has changed me, and how it's like, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of emotional things in the last few weeks, and it's just like God has been so good. God has been so good. And he's I'm so glad that that event happened when there was already hard things and a lot of those blew over, which is nice. And there was hard things after, like learning that one of my buddies is moving away from being a Chud. But like God put that there for a reason. And just to see my beautiful friendship with this fella for a long time just turn into what it was beautiful. And to see their marriage now is awesome. I wrote Hickey Mobile on their car as they were driving away. Well, not as they were driving away, but for the car that they used to drive away, I wrote Hickey Mobile. It was epic, and I don't regret it. But yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. It was so great. Yeah, in the midst of uncertainty and things, here's scripture for the day. That's right. And guess what? I pulled it up before this video, so you don't have to watch me flip it over. This is maybe more of just an encouragement to myself, something that I have to remember, but I hope that someone is encouraged by this. Hebrews 10:35 through 36. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward, for you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. Don't throw away your faith. Things will get hard, but don't throw it away. There's so many beautiful things that God is doing in your life that you just like don't even know. Um, are you trying to work hard? Are you trying to get up and live for the Lord? If the answer is yes, and you don't see something, just wait. Just wait. I want to read it again. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. In Romans 5, it also talks about endurance. Go read Romans 5. I'm not going to quote it. It's in there where it's like endurance produces, or suffering produces endurance, endurance produces, and it goes down the line. And that's really helpful to think about too. But yeah, like endurance is so important. And so right now, there's a lot of times where yeah, I can be depressed and I can be really hurt and sad about a billion things. But A, there's things to be happy about, like coming from this wedding and like hanging out with a lot of my friends that have been around. But B, the joy of the cross has me. And that's the only way I got to this point in life. Um yeah. Yeah. The cross has carried me through and God gives us joy. Um and the cross is all that matters. And sometimes I think about my circumstances too much instead of being like, someone loves me so much to die for me. And so have endurance. Boy, yeah, that's my life. That was longer than I thought it'd be, but ain't nothing off my back. Have a wonderful, amazing day.